The film opens with four teenagers on vacation. Like teenagers in general, they are looking for experience and also their identity in their youth. They start trying new things. The four of them are looking for their own experiences. Some are making out, some are falling in love at first sight. One of them is named Miguelito. At that time he met a woman named Luli, and immediately fell in love with her. Miguel also has an old friend who he hasn't seen for a long time, and now he is a soldier. Meanwhile, Miguel meets Luli more and more often. Miguel is really attracted to Luli's beauty. They often meet, and even if there is an opportunity, they often make out many times. Even though he is close to Luli, it turns out that Miguel is still exploring his love journey. Until one day, when he was going to take a college entrance exam, Miguel met a woman in her 50s. Let's call her Victoria. She was a supervisor there. Miguel wanted to get to know her better, and it seemed that Miguel was interested in Victoria. In the end, Miguel was invited to come to Victoria's house. There they chatted, and in the end Miguel made out with Victoria. Miguel's youth was really colorful, had cool friends, and also a girlfriend who always decorated Miguel's days, making him want to always be in his teenage years. Like teenagers in general, their lives are not always happy. There must be problems. Like one of Miguel's friends named Barbarossa. At that time he had a problem with someone because his girlfriend made out with him. Barbarossa, who was annoyed, finally came to him, and a commotion occurred between them. After that, Barbarossa realized that his actions would bring problems. He told Miguel about what he experienced. Miguel tried to advise Barbarossa to think long and hard before acting. But as teenagers, sometimes it is difficult to control their emotions. Meanwhile, even though Miguel loves Luli, Miguel's mind is always filled with Victoria. Miguel is even honest with Luli that he had made out with a teacher at the place where he registered for college. Luli felt disappointed with Miguel, but she still forgave Miguel. But when they were making out again, Luli felt different, and Miguel always thought about Victoria. In the end, Luli left Miguel. Miguel contacted Luli several times to apologize. But Luli didn't want to answer Miguel's calls. At that time, Miguel just realized he had to make a choice. Luli, who loved him and was still young, or he had to be with Victoria. One day Barbarossa saw Luli with a man. He, who couldn't accept his friend's lover with someone else, immediately invited the person to fight. Even the police came there and took Barbarossa because he made a scene. A few days later, Miguel contacted Luli, and in the end they made up and got back together. But one night, Miguel was stopped by someone and immediately beat him up. It turned out that the person was the person who had fought with Barbarossa. The person didn't accept it and took revenge on Miguel. Miguel was still safe even though he was weak. Even though it was raining heavily, Miguel sat in the middle of the road and remembered the beautiful times he had been through so far. But unfortunately, in the end Miguel died, while the Barbarossa was detained by the police because of the commotion it created. Until finally the film ended.